Thank you very much, David Leo Sirwa. I love to say your last name. Um, so here I am tonight for the feature of love. The last feature I did, also a double feature with Lantern, I did War and Peace. So I've moved on to love to balance that this time. And I'm doing the various facets of love. The first piece is If You Had Seen It. If you had seen it, that boy standing there on the meadow, 15 years old, long and lanky, and so in love with this world. His eyes so clear, taking it all in, the towering dark pungent spruce, the golden singing dandelions, the green grass, the blue sky, the showering sun. If you had seen it, the love in that boy's eyes, the love in this world's, would you have fallen in love too? If I had 3 lives, one would be lived in the grass, slithering in greenly hollows, sliding on mossy mallows, slinking through daily winking sassafras. One would be lived in the sky, winging on wheeling watercress winds, wafting on careening cauliflower clouds, wallowing in an eagle-eyed eternity. The best would be lived here with you, on this birthy, dirthy, worthy thing called Earth, sitting in this steaming, tattered, screaming Garden of Eden, chewing on this spicy, dicey, spinning tamale of life, loving you and you and you and you on this day that begins each day the same way with light. The next piece is after a poem by E. Cummings, and it is in memory of my grandmother, Mona. Pursuit. I carry your eyebrows that are highbrows, that are love, that are looks, that are in me like the many paintings on your wall. Everywhere they follow me, giving me sighs and a rise to the birds in my chest that are your determination that fly me to the skies. I carry your eyebrows as my armor on my back, thick and bushy, up that canyon, riding horseback across the prairie. Mile-high blue skies and panhandle grasses brush my thighs. Her grandmothers grow in strange places. Bareback whinnies are my pride. I carry your allows and holy cows that are soft, that are sewn in my pockets, in the sockets of blood and flesh and trumpet that spit and souse your meaning and your gleaning, climbing cliffs and gambling ships and running from the law, running to the word, dropping finery and flaw. I carry your eyebrows in deepest crevices. No one knows I've got these ties, deep in heart and veins and ganglia, in the city of New Orleans, in the ladies' book club, in your burnt orange car. Southern belles are not all Southern. The Western Star leads me afar to your perch upon the moon jar. I carry you in my heart as you ride tides across the prairie. and I come galloping in hot pursuit. Now I will transition over into a more romantic sort of love, although I think all love, if it's true love, has a spiritual element. And this piece is a golden shovel form, which means you take a line from another poem, and that each word from that poem is the last word in your poem, in each line of your poem. So this is from Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 43, How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. In that first lunch date where we arrived at exactly the same time, how could I know that this was the fried green tomato moment? Do you remember how we harvested the fruit in August heat in your garden? I remember the poem you read when you first called out of the blue. Is love really more than the smell of hot grease frying on the griddle with thee? Is it more than ketchup on fresh, warm French fries at Dirty Martin's comeback? Let me hear the milkshakes roar, served by aging waitresses in 1960s hair. Me, I remember that day too. The first time we kissed sitting on the cat-scratched couch. Count the workmen eating burgers in paint-dripped overalls. I count on your phone calls. I count the evening sitting across a hot stack of pancakes from you, knowing I was waiting for you always. Thank you. And now I'm going to give a tidbit of I didn't speak his language. Love is not always a straight line. Because I didn't speak his language, I lied, I skipped, I danced, holding a carnation in my teeth, a hornet in my hair. Because I didn't speak his language, I tied a ribbon round the castle. I made a wreath of pigeon's wings. I mailed a message by onion skin. Because I didn't speak his language, I wore a mask of spider's webs. I wove a basket from midnight. I cast a net of stars. Because I didn't speak his language, I knitted a book of leaves. I embroidered a page of heartbeats. I stitched a fable on my hand until he picked a splinter from my eye and hewed my name from foreign words. The years pass, if you're lucky. The children think we're old. He kisses me with overripe banana lips, so sweet with years of life, bitter with work and sorrow. I lift my soft arms that loop him like coming home country after a lifetime away, like the answer to a secret prayer. The children look away, but they are smiling. This next poem is after a poem by the American poet Frank O'Hara. My poem is called It's Clear to See. Sitting here with you, watching the trees grow, is worth more than all the pizza in Verona, the piazza with oranginas and croissant, is worth more than biking in Geneva at Lac Léman with the jet dough blasting full splash, is worth more than being trapped circling the Eiffel Tower, Paris at our fingertips, is worth more than hitching 1 a.m. trains across the USA with whistle stops and lonesome horns, is worth more than Grand Central Station in New York City during COVID, the masked bartender mixing us margaritas and pouring the grit of life. It's hard to believe it's been 27 years since we began planting trees across pastures in Texas, milking the Jersey lily, training a horse named Jack to plow, midwifing a wild cat named Simba, and telling each other tales of history on those haunted plains of time. I look at you and see the lines of trees growing taller each year. I see the lines that sing better than maple and oak and elm and pine. I see the hours reading and speaking in tongues. I see the blue day sky and winding road. I see the clouds rain that grows. Best of all, I see you. And I often wonder what would have happened if I'd missed your call, if I'd missed your face, if I'd missed your name, and it's clear to see. My world would be a puzzle with many missing pieces. For with you, the pieces fill the sky, the clouds, the leaves of these trees, and sitting here with you is worth even more than watching the trees grow. Okay, we've come a few more years on. The love of mountains. The word for wordle that day was scone or shone. But what was the question? To see or not to see? When you returned from the Sicilian beach yesterday, from saving that kid from the scary grape in the sand, I should have fallen down and kissed your dita, because Italians know what's what. And next time you raise your voice because you're tired and we're getting old and you were all your life a little afraid, I should shine you a soft smile, give you a scone, and continue watering the cabbage. Because how many marathons and battles must we challenge ourselves with in this life? If you can save a screaming child from a disguised grape, then I should be able to remember that I've loved you across continents and that you deserve the love of mountains. So many times I have failed in this regard, but I will kiss your dita, all of them. And we will talk of children and cabbage and even kale with the reverence of a pair who've survived 30 years together. 5 countries that patted and swatted us. 4 children who've grown to spread wordle. And I will confess that I will always want another hug. My cabbage is full. Ti amo, mio amore. And the word dita is the plural. It's fingers and toes in Italian. This piece is simply called My Love. Over the ragged spruce forests, the curving breasts of meadows, the bulbous granite outcrops, into the yellow-eyed mustard fields, drift the flakes of quiet, my love. and the sky is the color of clouds. There is silence underfoot. The air grows hazy as the roads close their veins on the journey up the mountain, my love. Each remaining year of our lives, each autumn turned on its back, each time to surrender will paint the scene white, my love. The details will dim, the snow cover pull over our bed as the simple days arrive with our acceptance, my love. And this next piece is the last one. It's called The Dance. How I live thee, life of mine, live to love, love to live, while hurtling towards mortality, a flight of mercy, a dance of dragonfly. How I live thee, days of life, ignoring trees, avoiding air, swimming rivers, blind to fish, asking questions, fearing answers, while hurtling towards mortality. How I live thee, naked thought, clothed in doubt and simple dust, crass confusion, mental rust, hurtling ever onward towards. The pace picks up. I grow short-fused. My children grow and go away. My parents gone, their births forgot. My husband's here. I'm standing where? While hurtling towards mortality. The planets cross in equinox. The sun was shy and hurried on. The earth blushed pink, roses rose. The summer woke, lazed and browned, while hurtling on towards a paradise. My heart does quiver. A garden greens, my heart grows faint. The solstice dawns, the winter walks, the days grow short, this life of mine. I live to love, love to live, this flight of mercy, this dance of dragonfly. Thank you very much.
Flight of mercy, this dance of dragonfly. Watching trees grow with someone. You slow down time so beautifully and kind of cosmically, as you know, at the speed of trees is is quite a great pace. I love your basket of midnight and cast a net of stars. Oh my word, that was totally sublime. Uh, and the gentleman who was stitching your name, I love that whole poem and the way you describe nature, the curving breasts of meadows. Oh my Lord, we imagine like a reclining figure as the landscape. It's incredible. And lines like the answer to a secret prayer. How wonderful. And then the children are turning away, but they are smiling. Uh, Beautiful, beautiful work and containing quite the tribute to gentlemen. Uh, it's very very touching what you just shared with us. Anyone else want to comment or clap? Just that.
Extraordinary, Laura. Really beautiful love songs.
Mm.
I think it's hard to manage to be very cosmic in your view and yet to have such a deep appreciation for the richness of nature at the same time recognizing that love is at the summit and the apex, personal love. It's hard to do all those things in your poetry. And I think, you succeeded in every single poem. And like even hurtling toward mortality, it's like the truth sets you free. Yeah, that's the truth. But the truth is that by knowing that, you can appreciate the wonders of nature, the richness of love, the simple moment. Yeah, it's a deeply human poetry with a very cosmic
Mhm.
map. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love your work. It's absolutely awesome. The use of metaphor is absolutely brilliant. And with that, I'm going to show.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. Thanks a million to you, Laura.